What a load of old tosh. So, I wake up this morning, there's a video from Bruce Simpson, our friend in New Zealand, and it had me thinking, so I started talking to camera about that and thought we'd unpack that a little bit and some other bits in the industry I don't like. Came home to get some more stuff, and this, I just quickly checked what was happening, and this story from Stuff New Zealand popped up, and it's just unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable, well, many levels. So Matt Shand says that this chap, Rob Vaughan, if he's correct, it'll be the first time that a drone has taken down an aircraft in New Zealand, but there are many reported near misses. So there is the FUD, fear, uncertainty and doubt being pushed yet again. And Rod Vaughan, let's make sure I get it right. What was Rod Vaughan? He was an investigative journalist or something like that. Now, veteran TV journalist, so he knows how to push the buttons in the media. And he says, well, it might have been a bird strike, but he didn't see any birds, and similarly he didn't see any drones. So he reckons a drone took out his windscreen and in he went. He's covering his back, either maintenance, let's go back up to one of those. I mean, I feel sorry for him. He's had a crash with his son. That's never a good thing, and thankfully they both walked away from it. But I think, well, we'll see pictures a little bit further. We'll see the aircraft righted. It says, without any warning, a tornado of air was just racing inside the cockpit. The force of the impact and the pressure of the wind dislodged the two doors, which dangled behind the aircraft, still tethered to the airframe. So either hatches and harnesses, they didn't close the doors properly, the doors weren't fitted properly, maintenance was dodgy, or who knows, but then if the windscreen did go, maybe it just went of its own accord. Structural failures do happen, and maybe it really was a bird. If a drone hit this aircraft and smashed the windscreen, there'll be more than enough pieces of that drone in there for the subsequent investigation. Maybe they're going to rush out and buy one and chuck it in there now. This is a shocking bit of pilot reporting, and I think he should be held accountable. I think if you put this stuff out there, perhaps you can't. It's all been written and caged in terms of maybe it was, maybe it wasn't, and eventually it'll be, oh look, miracle, it was a bird, or it was a structural failure, or whatever it was. But people will remember the report of a drone taking down a TV journalist. They won't bother to look into the finer points of what really happened. This is a very, very worrying incident report from New Zealand. He probably shouldn't have talked to the press either in quite so much detail before the formal investigation was over. I hope that this aircraft is truly looked over hard, and its maintenance records, and I'm sure it will be. I'm sure the New Zealand authorities do it, but the maintenance records need to be checked, and this chap's competency, pilot Rob Vaughan's competency, needs to be checked as well. Rant over. I have got to sort out an exhibition more exhibition sorting out I have to do.
Just watch Bruce's video on making your video go viral, and he's getting lots of flack because people say it's not 100 million views, it's not viral yet. But he's creating views and reaction by doing that, so fair play to him. Now, I can't make a video go viral. I just can't. You can't. I know you can't. It's something that it's content based, and it has to happen on its own, and then YouTube has to give you a little love. But anyway, what I wanted to say was, what's made me thinking about is, the other day, before we started drone stuff this week, we were chatting, as we often do, and we spoke about CVs, so it might have actually been afterwards, and we were talking about non-disclaimers being pointless and CVs being pointless in the modern world. Why are CVs pointless in the modern world? Well, people can find out everything about you online, and if they're too lazy not to do that, then you probably don't want to work for them anyway. One of the places that is touting absolute nonsense CVs, as it were, is LinkedIn. People put the most outrageous things about themselves on LinkedIn and spout absolute nonsense. So in actual fact, I suppose it does help a recruiter, because you can quickly see what sort of tools some people are. I think I'm going to change my LinkedIn title as an experiment and see. I'm going to add futurist. I've just been listening to wireless, and on the wireless there was a chap who he did know what he's talking about, so that's fair enough, but he described himself as a futurist. Yeah, I don't know, drone futurist. I think that'll annoy enough people that people might notice. I don't know, maybe I'm thinking too much is stories or too much respect is given to LinkedIn, but that's my idea. I'm going to change that today, and let's see what happens. I can't stand LinkedIn, it's but kind of one of those things you have to be on, and it is interesting to see a lot of the Silicon Valley nonsense gets espoused there and forwarded. So we'll change that and see what happens.
So there we are then. I've changed my job title on LinkedIn. I'm now a futurist. There we are, not a pastist. I'm probably a little bit of a pastist actually, so I tend to always refer to history. But anyway, I'm now drone futurist because it's all made up, just like all of LinkedIn, just like all the social, like exceeding or going well in YouTube. It's just the result of algorithms over which we have very little control. But I wonder if I can find or make a few videos based on some of the nonsense I see on LinkedIn and post it back there and see if that has any effect at all. Thanks very much for watching. Happy Easter to you if you're travelling today ahead of Good Friday tomorrow. Be safe. I hope it all goes well wherever you're going. You don't fall out with the family too much. Don't forget to watch us every Tuesday at 2100 GMT for drone stuff this week on the Drone and Sundry channel. Have a lovely Easter. Cheers for now.